Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's DLloyd. So we are back talking about more Lakers rumors, but the NBA, the talks are heating up about the Lakers potentially being interested in Trae Young over the summer. Now, right away, this is a rumor, of course, but more and more people are beginning to talk about it. So why not break it down and figure out what this could mean for the Lakers and how this could potentially even get done if this was a possibility, and lastly, how I feel about a trade like this actually happening if it were to happen. Now, Trae Young, everybody knows, one of the elite shooters, right, in the NBA, very, very good point guard. A lot of people, love watching him play, but for some reason, it seems like Atlanta could be favoring keeping DeJounte Murray and moving on from Trae Young. So that's going to be a blockbuster move throughout the NBA, regardless of who trades for a player like Trae Young. I thought he will stay, but it is interesting that he could potentially be moved. Now, let's talk about how this could actually get done. Now, DLloyd, who has been playing really well as of the last month for the Lakers, he's in a weird situation, right? Because he has a player option in the summer, and he could decline that player option. And by the way he is playing right now, he's probably going to decline that player option, either to get more money or just simply to get more security, more years added on to whatever. If the Lakers could potentially give him more years at that same price point, they will be okay. But they do pose the risk that he could decline. Another team could offer more money, and the Lakers will pretty much be in a tough position to try to get that done. As it currently looks right now, Lakers do not look like they will be a first or second apron team, but they are so close to going over that first apron. It is a possibility that that actually ends up happening. So the Lakers, they're going to have to play their cards right. They decided not to trade D'Angelo Russell at the trade deadline, and now they are going to, be held captive, sort of, as to what D'Angelo Russell is going to do, because that is going to dictate how the Lakers move forward when it comes to building this roster and who they could obtain in any potential trades. Because when you look at a player like Trae Young, who was slated to make over $40 million, in order to get that trade done, it's probably going to include D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura. The same thing we talked about earlier when we were talking about a potential trade for Zach LaVine with the Chicago Bulls. So you want to need those two contracts to make it even. If you lose a D'Angelo Russell, now you're looking at how can we make this work. Of course, Rui's still on the team. He will be a player you will be able to trade, but now it goes from D'Angelo Russell to Austin Reeves to try to make the contract works. And then even then you have to throw in a little bit more to actually fully make it work. But that is, the concept of what you will have to move to go get a Trae Young. Now, Trae Young, a scoring juggernaut, right? We already know that. We know how good he is, and there's no secret. I think he would improve the Lakers if he were to come in terms of that starting five. I think him and AD will play really well together. I even think him and LeBron will play off each other well enough to make things work. However, my issue comes from, one, who you're going to have to give up to potentially get the deal done. And that was my same issue when it came to a Zach LaVine trade, was I don't think it was worth giving up that price point to get a Zach LaVine. The same thing pretty much stands in the case of Trae Young, because now you're going to be looking at three players making over $40 million with LeBron, Trae Young, Anthony Davis. You're going to have scraps on the rest of your roster. And with the new NBA CBA now being fully intact, that's not really beneficial to the Lakers long term. This is why I don't see this deal being great for the Lakers, and I don't think it actually gets done. Now, flip it and let's look at the positive. If something like that was to happen, the NBA would love it, right? This is still entertainment. The Lakers, one of the biggest teams, not the biggest team in the NBA. You have three star players again, kind of like Russell Westbrook, but you do have a better fit with Trae Young than you did with Russell Westbrook. And we know the Staples Center, crypto.com arena, is going to be rocking night after night if you have a player like Trae Young there. So that is going to be constant entertainment. We already talk about the Lakers almost every day now, just NBA pundits, right? But you add Trae Young, once again, Lakers are a big time story. So the league is going to eat it up if this was to happen. I just don't see it actually happening at the end of the day. Will it work out? Yes. Like I said, the firepower that Trae Young could do, the threat of being able to score from anywhere on the court is going to be huge for the Lakers. But what you give up to get that threat, to get that player, is that worth it at the end of the day? And that's where I unfortunately will say no, unless of course the Lakers could work some type of magic. We have seen crazier things happen before, but right now, D'Angelo Russell playing really good. You have to try to square that away. Try to see if you could bring him back, and you're going to have to give him a long-term contract, which is fine, but can you get him close to the price point that he's at now to help fit things into your budget? If not, things could be looking a little shaky for the Lakers in the offseason. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this rumor in the comment section below. Would you like to see Trae Young with the Lakers? Do you think it will work if they're able to do it? Even thinking about who they're going to have to give up, do you still think it's going to work? Or do you kind of think they're giving up too much, getting a third star player? We have seen this already with Russell Westbrook. You're going to get those three players. You're going to have scraps. It's not going to work. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. As usual, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.